Good evening, a warm welcome to the main news. My name is Joyce Mabika.
My name is Butler Nepure. Susan Masona is with us on the sign language desk.
Later on, Swikele Maposa will be joining us from our Montrose studios in Bulawayo.
Let's start with a look at tonight's top stories.
President Emmerson Mnangagwa commends Zimbabweans for their patriotism during the 44th SADC Summit.
We will take you through what happened today at the National Heroes Acre during the burial of a hero. In other stories, reactions to government's ban on alluvial mining activities.
In business, a government warns corporates involved in financial malpractices.
Later on, Lawrence Trusida will join us with your sport, where Dynamos are excited ahead of their reverse fixture of the CAF Confederation Cup preliminary round this Saturday.
And now for the news in detail. President Emmerson Mnangagwa has thanked Zimbabweans for displaying unity and patriotism when the country hosted the 44th SADC Summit this past week.
Well, the president today was at the burial of the national hero, Brigadier General retired Dr. Elasto Madzingira, that was at the National Heroes Acre. Let's take you through what transpired.
The late Brigadier General retired Elasto Madzingira was the sixth born in a family of 11 from Chivi district and one of the few who studied at Fletcher High School, Gweru, before enrolling at the University of Rhodesia to read pharmacy. Despite all that, he could have been destined to be part of the African elites in colonial Rhodesia, but the higher calling of liberating his country led him to abandon his studies and join the freedom struggle. With all the anguish, suffering, death, he rose to the occasion, and one of the few to train at the war front before getting further training at the rear in Mozambique. The President, Comrade Emmerson Mnangagwa, as the chief mourner at the burial of the late national hero at the Heroes Acre, said, "Young boys and girls in this country should take a leaf from the life of sacrifice."
Drawing from that history, I challenge today's parents to instill these critical values of patriotism and a love for their motherland, Zimbabwe, to present and future generations. The obligation that we have to defend and safeguard our country's sovereignty, peace and unity must be taught from the family level. The current national development epoch of our country requires young people, both at home and abroad, who exemplify this character trait to make the requisite sacrifices to accelerate the modernization, industrialization, and prosperity of our motherland, Zimbabwe.
Back in the country after independence, he joined the Air Force of Zimbabwe and later on transferred to the Zimbabwe National Army and went to study at the local university, rising to become the director of finance, and was a member of various professional institutions. And despite getting involved in a terrible road traffic accident in 1992, this did not deter him to serve his country, said the president.
A hard-working and committed national cadre, our late national hero, retired Brigadier General Elasto Madzingira, was assigned to boards of various strategic national institutions where his vast skills, set military background, and unflinching patriotism positively impacted the organizations he served in. These include as one of the founding crop of commissioners in the Anti-Corruption Commission. It was during his tenure as a board member in the Broadcasting Authority of Zimbabwe that the first ever national private radio stations were licensed. He was unassuming, soft-spoken, and always ready to share his financial knowledge to enhance corporate governance accountability, and transparency in our public entities.
Comrade Mnangagwa thanked all Zimbabweans for being exemplary as they hosted thousands of delegates, including 13 heads of state and government, at the just concluded 44th SADC Summit.
The SADC chairmanship I have assumed is ours together. Our nation has every reason to be proud. I say to you, congratulations, Makorokoto Amhlope. Tinokutendai siyabonga. Thank you, Zimbabwe, for this honor.
He said the same spirit of unity, hard work, and peace should be jealously guarded and nurtured as the country develops. The spirit of patriotism, just like that shown by the late Brigadier General Madzingira, should be upheld by all until the end. Ruben Barwe, ZBC News at the National Heroes Eka in Harare.
Meanwhile, family and colleagues have described the late national hero Brigadier General retired Elasto Madzingira as a dedicated and disciplined liberation stalwart who served his nation well.
The late national hero Brigadier General retired Elasto Madzingira skipped his university studies to join the liberation struggle with a view to bring independence to Zimbabwe. Speaking at the burial of the late national hero family representative, Ms. Willia Bonyongwe said the Madzingira family has been left with a gap difficult to fill as he was a hard-working brother, father, uncle, and a Zimbabwean.
Growing up, Elasto was very obedient and very hardworking, and he encouraged us, his siblings, to excel at school. He was rather quiet, and many people underestimated his abilities most of the time.
ZANU-PF Secretary of Mines and Energy in the Politburo, Comrade Paul Mangwana, said the late Brigadier General retired Madzingira was a darling of Chiwi community owing to his unwavering support for the community development.
Madzingira ndakavaziva tichiri kuuniversity kuma 1980s tichangotora kusununguka nyika yedu. Vari mukomana aida politics, aida kushandira musangano wavo. Ndikazovaziva taakushanda musangano, vasiya zvekuarmy vakushanda havo vachiita zvamabhuku avo eaccounts. Ndinoremember ndiri minister ndikamboti vaita board member vachifarira kushandira nyika yavo kuchipira.
Minister of State for Masvingo Provincial Affairs and Devolution, Comrade Ezra Chadzamira, said the late national hero was championing Vision 2030 through spearheading developmental projects in the province.
Brig General Madzingira munhu anga achishandira nyika yake. Takatarisa Vision 2030 munhu anga achiempower community kwachivi, uyezve munhu ati achishanda naye munyaya dzekusimudzira ufumi hwemasvingo, kugadzirwa kwemigwagwa, makliniki, zvikoro.
The late Brigadier General retired Madzingira was appointed on several boards of parastatals owing to his commitment to save the nation and champion development. Bruce Chawanda, ZBC News, Harare.
The 19th India-Africa Business Conclave officially opened in New Delhi this Wednesday, marking a significant milestone in strengthening economic relations between India and the African continent.
Business leaders, policymakers and government officials from across India and Africa are gathered here in New Delhi to shape the future of India and Africa relations. Under the banner Creating One Future, this premier platform aims to create unbreakable bonds between Africa and India. India's Vice President, Honorable Shri Jagdeep Dhankhar, emphasized India's unwavering commitment to Africa's development and prosperity in his opening address.
Another focus of the 19th CII India-Africa Business Conclave on India-Africa Growth Partnership would surely afford opportunities either side to fully exploit the growth and participatory avenues in varied areas, including building strong financial partnerships, infrastructure transformation, and space sector cooperation, or fostering value chains in agriculture, mining, and food processing sectors.
The sentiment of collaboration was echoed by vice presidents from several African countries, with Zimbabwe's Vice President, General Retired Dr. Constantino Chiwenga, calling for collective efforts to strengthen India-Africa cooperation for sustainable economic development.
Africa and India, though distinct in many ways, share common goals and values that serve as a solid foundation for collaboration. Both regions are characterized by vibrant young populations, expanding economies, and an inherent resilience that has guided them through historical and contemporary challenges. As we look towards creating one future, it is clear that by enhancing the synergy between our respective nations and regions, we can achieve unprecedented socio-economic growth.
The Gambia is committed to promoting an enabling environment for investment, entrepreneurship, and sustainable development. We believe that by working together with our partners in India and around the globe, we can pave the way for more economic opportunities that benefit not only our nations, but the wider international community.
I've come to seek knowledge on the skills, expertise, technology India has deployed over the years to have a vibrant agriculture sector.
As an institution, CIA has a long-standing engagement with Africa, strengthening India-Africa business ties. Today, we are privileged to have partnerships with 95 counterpart organizations across 45 countries, facilitating a robust exchange of information, collaboration between our industries.
From farm to table, from clinic to the community, and from road to rail, the conclave is zooming in on the most critical areas that will drive progress, prosperity, and growth for both India and Africa. Abigail Tembo, ZBC News, New Delhi.
Well, embers from the SADC 44th summit that was held in Zimbabwe. Well, Zimbabweans still continue to add their voices to the successful hosting of the summit and the assumption of the chairmanship of the regional bloc by President Emmerson Mnangagwa. Let's get more from our various news crews.
Chiredzi residents say the visibility gained by the country from hosting the just-ended 44th SADC summit will propel Zimbabwe into a new era of prosperity and global engagement in line with President Emmerson Mnangagwa's engagement and re-engagement policy.
Niwona ingeSADC itaendlela swo tala. 1 ke kufambisela mahlweni ke mabhizimusi ya hina. 2 ke kutshamisana neman'wani matiko. 3 ke kukwanisa ku hiva nelishaka lingafambela nelishaka lifambela komahlweni. Hayi nikanikhesa futhi SADC ku ikwanisile kuteka bayi na Mnangagwa iva endla vona mutshami wechitulu cha hombe niwona ngelishaka litafambela mahlweni engele shinga hinge isivonisa ku chiswona ku swisangule kahle
sivekele ke map ya kahle ina vana veZimbabwe especially inangaleni ke Loveldi Chiredzi ivole kusilo singayendiwa lo mtiko la hina sivekele ke map ya kahle ende hakeza ngofu ke manje ngana president va hina bangaona chairman we SADC sivula ku we've got now access yokubula lesinga yivistwa kokule sayibaba kusuka na hina ikhesa kambe matiko angabuya Southern Africa matiko Mozambique South Africa nimangwana matiko okutala ka wona bavile baba vanhu vangayikulisa ngopfu swinene hi ku hikhetela murangeli wa hina murangela tiko tatani Mnangagwa ekuva khoma xitulu xikulukumba swinene leswi swi to hi nyika kambe ku kuva ne ku tlhatlheka ku fambelana ke tibisimusi ke swi ma agriculture ne ti irrigation
esa vona matiko eSADC vangakota kuona baba hina Mnangagwa vayivona murangeli wexitulu cheSADC angawona SADC chairman sweswo hina hakhesa isona
nasuno vava chairman weSADC muchaona kuti that mantra iyoyo yekuramba vari pa engagement drive vachizama kuisa Zimbabwe on the international map izvinotipa mukana wakareba wokuti timeke sure kuti foreign direct investment tinenge tinayo.
In Matabeleland North Province, the successful hosting of the historic summit, which saw President Emmerson Mnangagwa ascend to the chairmanship post, was a big moment for the country.
SADC program yakaisha yei tinoiboka kasakasa
yakatibuzira programs manji emishingo kukwanisa kuita engagement nejimwe nyika development munyika yedu zunji zvakata kuti tikwanise kuti navakwaina vedu tikwanise kuva nebusiness navo.
Ponchwa kwavo chairman weSADC vakaponchwa murunyararo vakatondejera kare SADC kuti ilingani mishonga ndikumutami takawa tipekenda navo kupurazi kwavo vakana vatondejera lingani mimi ndikumurima ndotungamira nditondejera kuti zviwa zvinotiwa chini vakapa kare SADC chivavi chominda kuti vevambanyire inhoroondo liberation movements mu SADC.
Ngofuna kupereka zikomo kwa SADC chairman His Excellency the President kuti summit 2024 inabuya tinaiona naise saZimbabwe tinakwanisa kurangiza progress in terms of industrialization, tinakwanisa kurangiza futhi kuti saZimbabwe we are open for investment, we are an investment destination. Tinakwanisa naize kurangiza kuti zamene zimakambiwa na president every time kuti Zimbabwe is open for business nishuwa ziripo nizamene. So chairman, president is excellent, muende kusogoro zikomo twalumba.
There is satisfaction in the province that the summit demonstrated Zimbabwe and President Mnangagwa's leadership capacity in a manner that would set an example for many in the region.
In a related story, the local media has been commended for its extensive coverage of the just-ended 44th SADC Heads of State and Government Summit held in Harare. The details from Festus Mkungurutse.
It has been a busy couple of weeks for Zimbabwe, which hosted the SADC Industrialization Week from the end of July until early August, and then the 44th SADC Summit at the weekend. During this time, the media from the region received updates and news feeds from local media, particularly the ZBC News, which broadcasted live most of the sessions. For political and media analysts, the local media deserves a thumbs up for rising to the occasion and ensuring the region is kept informed of the high-profile events.
I'm quite happy with the manner in which the SADC summit was reported and covered by the media. I remember most of the things that even we as analysts were making reference to, their information that we were able to obtain from the interviews that were done by the public media, which I think was very important. The public media was there to provide real-time information as and when needed. They were able to do interviews with the policymakers. They covered, many people didn't know, about the SADC meetings, what is the Council of Ministers, what is the senior officials minister, what is a troika, and so forth. I'm saying these are technical issues that many people didn't know, but because of the manner in which the public media was able to cover these events, the generality of people of Zimbabwe were able to understand and appreciate.
The media coverage of SADC in our country, it was quite extensive, and especially when we look at the newspapers that we have, they had their own share. The broadcasting side also had their own share. Then ZBC, it was one of its kind. We saw its coverage on YouTube. They were also streaming live on YouTube. So we really appreciate the effort that ZBC did in terms of covering the events.
Economic analyst Mr. Titus Mukove noted the pivotal role played by the media to conscientize the public on business opportunities in Zimbabwe.
We were very much aware of what was going on 2 months, 3 months prior to the SADC summit, and we were very much aware, especially on the industrial week of SADC, where the industry actually participated, where we had an opportunity to interact with our regional colleagues, with our regional peers in the business sector, in trying to develop synergies and forward backward integrations with our regional counterparts.
The Minister of Information, Publicity and Broadcasting Services, Dr. Jenfan Muswere, also commended the media for a job well done.
As media, we are so proud of the coverage that you provided, both from print, electronic, and on all social media platforms, and also the role of Zimbabwe in maintaining peace and tranquility, and the total contribution as we received our guests from across the region.
The Zimbabwe Broadcasting Corporation extensively covered the SADC summit, giving live updates through its television, radio, and social media platforms. Festus Mgongorose, ZBC News, Harare.
Now, government says the country is on track to meeting the 2024 winter wheat production target of 600,000 metric tons.
The nation is now approaching the peak of the 2024 to 2025 winter wheat production cycle, with the harvesting expected to commence soon. The permanent secretary in the Ministry of Lands, Agriculture, Fisheries, Water and Road Development, Professor Obed Jiri, spoke to ZBC News this Wednesday, expressing optimism that the country will meet its target.
In line with our wheat-based food security thrust, we are now at the twilight end of our wheat production. So most of the wheat is now at hard door stage, and in a few 2-3 weeks we start harvesting. So at the moment, yes, we still have our hectarage. It has gone nowhere. So 121,962 hectares, they are still growing in the field.
Professor Jiri also revealed that the government has mobilized close to 200 combined harvesters to expedite the harvesting of the crop. Government is rolling out several initiatives to boost the country's wheat production, including availing uninterrupted electricity supply to wheat farmers and the introduction of aggressive wheat-based food security program. Peter Chivima, ZBC News, Harare.
Mining communities have welcomed the decision by government to ban alluvial mining activities, which have for long been blamed for land degradation and causing contamination and siltation of water bodies.
Bindura residents and the farming community in Mashonaland Central Province will get a welcome relief following the ban on alluvial mining. The mining activities were causing massive environmental degradation, particularly in the Mazoe River.
Zvinotibatsira kuchengetedza rwizi rwedu. Zvinotibatsirawo futi kuti nzvimbo yedu ino igare yakachengetedzeka ine mvura.
Pakucherawo kwepasi pebridge chinhu chinoita kuti bridge rizodonha tozoshaya mafambiro kuti tiende kune dzimwe nzvimbo tishanyirewo.
Alluvial mining has for long been blamed for raising water treatment costs for the mining town, hence its ban was long overdue.
Mining along the river, it affects isusu in 3 ways, the community. First way, yanga iri pa siltation. Kuti maiona kuti pa extraction point, panotorwa mvura nekanzo, paizara madhaga. Then number 2 issue yanga iri pa cost. Yekuzotipa mvura yacho. Kanzo yaiti yo cost of cleaning mvura iyoyo kubvisa madhaga yainge yatiedzerei. Then number 3 issue hombe yakazoitika yanga issue hombe yaitinetsa futi again the quality yemvura izobuda ipapo.
It was long overdue move yaitwa necabinet. Tandakatoemirira both tikatasa ma social and economic impacts, also ma environmental impacts akaitwa ne-riverbed mining. Marukwava edu ese aparara. As
the ban comes into effect, the Mazoe River is heavily silted and polluted, with the natural course of the river characterized by mounds of sand and pits left by both large-scale miners and small-scale gold panners.
Miners and farmers in Shurugwi district have hailed the decision by government to ban riverbed mining in the town, saying it has come at the right time when environmental issues and sustainable mining were in question.
Ministers anengagara pasi atoongorora vaona zvakanakira nzvimbo ndozvinenyaya yedrought iri kunetsa nzizi dzikafutsirwa zvipfuwa zvisowani pekumwa mvura.
Vari kumaina mumariver beds zviri kukonzeresavo pollution yemvura. Besides vanosiya makomba asina kuvhagwa, rehabilitation haizoitwi.
Mutemo iwo tinogamuchira ndichikumbirisisa kuti nhengo dzese dzeparamende dziutsigire.
As a way of mitigating the challenges, government of Zimbabwe has set aside funds for the capacitation of small-scale miners and the establishment of gold service centers.
This is Matebeleland South Province, and as the sun rises in Mavago area of Insisa district, Mr. Tinashe Sibanda drives his head of 72 cattle to cross Umzingwane River. He takes his time to ensure all of his herd successfully avoided the pits in the riverbed brought about by rampant alluvial mining activities.
Emfuleni ikula magodi bakebhile amagodi emfuleni kama sahlekayo ezabale magodini zi6
i-land degradation ekade yenzwa ngabotsheketsha resulting in ama-pit uncontrolled pits all over nje ukuthi even inkomo i-livestock and ziyakwanisa ukuwela emagodini or vele even just like general ngoma i-land degradation
akusela amanzi mina ngiphansi vele mina siphansi ngapha amanzi kasafiki wesi basebevalela inye idamu ngale beliyenza livulwa nabethola amanzi avele efilabhusi kumefe ngale.
Local governance expert engineer George Mlilo has applauded government for resolving to ban alluvial mining, saying the decision will positively impact on both urban and rural communities.
As an engineer, you can rule out the dams, all of them. They are going to be useless because in no time they'll all be full of sand. The sand has been loosened and it's ready to flow into the dams. And again, even the flow, any rains that are going to fall, they'll take a long time before they can have runoffs that will reach the dams.
Cabinet this Tuesday banned all forms of alluvial and riverbed mining in order to protect the environment, people and livestock.
Well, government says it will not go back and work on stiffer penalties for individuals and corporates that might defy the ban on riverbed mining activities.
The ban on alluvial and riverbed mining activities was announced during this Tuesday's post-cabinet media briefing following submissions made by the Inter-Ministerial Committee on Mining and Environment.
Cabinet noted that ever since its commencement in 2011, across the country's rural provinces, large-scale and mechanical alluvial mining or riverbed mining has resulted in water pollution, siltation, degradation of river channels, and disruption of river ecosystems. Cabinet directed that riverbed mining be banned with immediate effect.
The Minister of Mining and Mining Development says government is working on coming up with stern and punitive penalties that will totally put a halt to this environmental scourge.
Those found doing riverbed mining should not be given an option of fine, but should face custodial imprisonment for a long time, so that they will not come back maybe and repeat the same of offense.
Meanwhile, environmentalist Mr. Tawanda Mazamwese welcomed this policy move by government, saying it resonates with standard global practices on responsible mining.
These are measures that complement our legal framework. They also complement various mitigation measures to try and protect the environment, not only for this generation, but also for future generations.
The ban on riverbed mining to protect the environment also safeguards other key economic activities such as agriculture by minimizing siltation of dams that is a threat to the success of government's irrigation development master plan. Owen Mandova, ZBC News, Harare.
Now shifting our attention to the health sector, the country's journey towards attaining universal health coverage is on course, with the country's biggest referral hospital, Parirenyatwa Group of Hospitals, investing in various health service provision centers under its jurisdiction.
Zimbabwe's healthcare sector is undergoing significant transformations, with Parirenyatwa Group of Hospitals leading the way. The hospital's pediatric theatre is nearing completion. The radiology therapy center is resumed operations. Speaking to ZBC News this Wednesday, the senior nursing officer 2 for operating theatre, Ms. Madazvipi Msodza, revealed that the newly constructed kids pediatric theatre is fully equipped with modern equipment to enhance patient care.
This kids ORI is going to take care of all those children below the age of 12. So it means all the specialties starting from neuro, maxillo, ophthalmology, cardiothoracic, orthopedics, general surgery. The operations will be done here.
Meanwhile, relatives of patients undergoing treatment at the Radiology Therapy Center and the patients expressed gratitude for the improved access to quality cancer treatment, citing significant relief and hope for recovery.
Ndakabenefita zvikuru neradiotherapy kuvhurwa kwayakaitwa. Because ndifunga kuti by now kadai ndichitoripo.
Beginning of working with this machine is a great improvement, especially to my wife's health, because it had deteriorated to an extent that I had almost gave up.
Pakangotangwa radiotherapy. Aiwa, takutofambawo. Taiunzwa pana pane mota, nokutorwa pana pane mota. Asi ezvinezvi anobva panapa kutonokwirawo lift ega achiita se achizvifambira ega.
The hospital public relations officer, Mr. Terence Mautsi, said that the ongoing projects demonstrate significant progress in improving the country's health sector, affirming that they are moving in the right direction towards achieving universal health coverage.
I'm quite happy with the efforts that we're putting as a hospital to ensure that we meet the standards of universal health care. We're doing a lot of work to ensure that we provide the services that are required for our patients.
The remarkable developments at Provincial Group of Hospitals are setting a new standard for healthcare excellence in the country, with upgrades giving hope to patients. Ruvarashi Mariga, ZBC News, Harare.
Now, with some infrastructure development, the Wedzabonongwe Road has opened to traffic as the Second Republic continues with road infrastructure rehabilitation.
8-kilometer stretch, which is part of the 46-kilometer Wedza-Mushandira Pamwe Road, makes it 20 kilometers, the total road rehabilitated under the Emergency Road Rehabilitation Program, which government is implementing across the country.
Kuti nhasi kuti ve pano zvinorangidza kuti tine mutungamiri anoteerera ane muono comrade Dr. Emerson Mnangagwa ndo vari kuona senyika yavo kuti migwagwa inofanira kuvandudzwa. Chinondifadza ndechekuti bandiko iri raitika mushure mekunge tave zvakare nekushanyirwa kwatakaita nevatungamiri vanobva kunyika dzakasiyana siyana nedonzvo rekuuya kumusangano weSADC, zvichirakidza kuti mashandiro anoita Second Republic tinoshanda nemuono wekuti hatitarise kuti tine mutambo watakatarisira, asi ndofanira kuti mutambo wapera izvo takupfuridzira mberi kuenda nekuvandudza mugwagwa yedu.
The development has been welcomed by the local leadership from the province.
Tiri pano nhasi kuvhura Wedza Road Mushandira. Zvataurwa kuti kwasara dzinenge 14. Indiringokumbira kuti PEMSEC nemafinancial nangire mafinance directors maoko edu ngari kuita netemwa saina very fast.
Tinotenda Second Republic iri kuziya gwara rakanaka, saka tinofara zvikuru kutenda nekuvhura mugwagwa uno nhasi zuva ranhasi.
Ndoda kutenda zvakanyanyisa zvekare president vedu baba vaMnangagwa nekuramba vachisusukidza mhuri dzavo kuti tisimukire. Mukatarisa mugwagwa uyu wanga wane makore uri mudiki asi wawandudzwa nhasi.
Wedza is an agro-based constituency. We've got the biggest tobacco farmers, cattle farmers, horticultural farmers. This road is going to greatly assist access to the markets.
The road is key as it links Harare and Marondera to areas like Buera, Chikomba, Rusape and Dorowa. Gerald Sasa, ZBC News, Wedza.
The main news now takes a break, but before we go, remember to get these and more stories in greater detail on our website. Our website is www.zbcnews.co.zw.
Yep, we can also be found on social media. You just go there, click ZBC News Online, and you can find us on X, YouTube. You can also go on Instagram. You can also check us out on Facebook Live for all live programming that will be taking place. When we come back, this is what you can expect.
In business news, a government warns corporates involved in financial malpractices.
Later on, when we come back with your sport, Dynamo's excited ahead of their reverse fixture of the CAF Confederation Cup preliminary round. That match is on Saturday.
We're off to a break. Join us shortly after this.
This is the currency we've been waiting for. A currency that's not just paper and coins, but a symbol of Zimbabwe's rich resources and stability. That's Zimbabwe Gold. This is ZIG. Let's dive into what makes ZIG not just a new currency, but a new beginning for Zimbabwe's economy. ZIG is born out of a blend of traditional and innovative financial wisdom, anchored in gold and precious metals along with foreign currency reserves. This backing isn't just for show. It's a promise of stability and trust, ensuring that ZIG's value is as solid as the gold it's pegged to. From the bustling markets of Harare to the serene landscapes of rural Zimbabwe, ZIG is set to become the medium of exchange that's both reliable and accessible. With denominations ranging from ZIG 200 to ZIG 1 and even handy coins, it caters to every transaction, big or small. Transitioning to ZIG is a breeze. It's all about inclusivity, ensuring no one is left behind in Zimbabwe's financial renaissance. ZIG doesn't walk alone. It co-circulates with other foreign currencies under Zimbabwe's multi-currency system, enriching our financial landscape. It's a legal tender that not only simplifies transactions, but also restores confidence in our economy, promising a future where stability and growth go hand in hand. So why ZIG? Because it's more than just money. It's a symbol of Zimbabwe's resilience, a step towards an economy where stability is the norm, and every Zimbabwean can look forward to a prosperous future. Welcome to the era of Zimbabwe Gold, where our currency is our pride.
Since the last day of last season, we are ready to do it all again. Phil Foden is having the season of his life. Brilliant! Just brilliant! That is quite something!
Upgrade to DSTV Compact for $30 a month to get all the football action you want.
So, this is where our story began. It was love at first sight. And from the moment we met, there's one thing that's always been there for us. One constant in this crazy, beautiful life. Pizza Inn. It's been there for our first heartbreaks and even those shouldn't have had that second slice moments. But beyond the food, it's about the shared experiences, the connections forged over a cheesy slice. We've been high, we've been low, all while celebrating that wonderful thing called togetherness. And when that Pizza Inn box hits the table, it's all love for each other and for the best pizza in the whole wide world. We've been doing it together through the good times and the bad for the past 30 years. Pizza Inn must be the pizza.
The Executive Chairman, Dr. S.Z. Gata, Board, Management and staff of ZESA Holdings congratulate His Excellency, President Dr. Emmerson Mnangagwa on assuming the SADC chairmanship. Your Excellency, we look forward to your continued guidance and wisdom for economic integration and sustainable development of the region. Guided by your bold vision, SADC will be propelled to new heights, fostering deeper cooperation, strengthening regional value chains, and unlocking shared prosperity. Under your leadership, we will consolidate SADC's march towards universal access to modern, clean, reliable, and affordable energy for all. Congratulations, Makorokoto Amhlope.
Say hello to seamless transactions and effortless convenience with the new Inbucks Swipe card. Swipe, tap, pay and go with confidence anywhere in Zimbabwe. Sign up for your Inbucks Swipe card at any Inbucks booth nationwide today. Have you registered for Inbucks yet? If not, dial *569# or download the Inbucks app and redefine the way you bank. Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome back to the main news. We are now crossing over to our Montreux studios in Bulawayo, and Bukele Maposa is on the other side to give us more news. So very good evening to you, and it's over to you.
Thank you very much, Joyce. Good evening, Zimbabwe. Let's carry on with the news. The ongoing sinking of presidential boreholes and the establishment of village business units has created economic opportunities for the Safago community in Shirugwi. Let's hear more.
Government is fast-tracking the installation of solar-powered bores and establishment of village business units to ease water challenges in rural areas, with the Safago area in Shirugwi North constituents being the latest to benefit from the program. Villagers who were hard hit by the El Nino-induced drought now have access to potable water in their vicinity thanks to the presidential borehole scheme. Shirugwi North legislator Honorable Joseph Mpasi weighed in, saying the initiative will accelerate rural industrialization. Government has reiterated its commitment to continue rolling out projects that will change livelihoods across the province in the face of climate change.
Tangible projects are being rolled out in the fulfillment of the Second Republic's promises to the people as we gravitate towards inclusive attainment of a prosperous, empowered upper middle income society earlier than 2030.
Under the presidential borehole scheme, more than 35,000 solar-powered bores are expected to be drilled in each of the country's rural villages as well as in urban areas. Karejushe, ZBC News, Shirogwe.
Stakeholders in the Midlands province say the climate change management bill should address issues of land reclamation and come up with mandatory financing mechanisms to address issues of land degradation and afforestation.
It emerged during a stakeholders engagement consultation forum on the climate change management bill that the effects of climate change are mostly affecting vulnerable communities, with conflicts now the order of the day as people scramble for essential resources like water and firewood. Stakeholders say the bill, which is long overdue, should address various issues affecting the environment while calling for stiffer penalties to corporates and individuals when the habit of destroying Mother Nature.
Basically, we would want the bill to capture aspects to do with like something which will enforce measures to do with afforestation, or let me say gully reclamation, or let me say reclaiming whatever damage has been done on the ground.
As the bill is coming in, we expect that at least there is going to be a climate fund that is going to be available to young people in Zimbabwe so that we can access it and we can implement the different projects that we have.
We have realized that they use coal, and they do a lot of emission, which we have found that they are not according to their stake emissions, are not according to standards.
Government says it takes all the input of the bill seriously as it seeks to come up with a piece of legislation that shall safeguard the future.
The draft climate change management bill will make it mandatory for all ministries, for all departments, for all agencies within the Midlands province to mainstream climate change considerations into their planning and budgeting processes.
The climate change management bill comes at a time when the world is grappling with the devastating effects of the El Nino-induced drought, with hope now pinned on the piece of legislation to help in addressing the preservation of the environment for the benefit of future generations. Tafara Chikumira, ZBC News, Gweru.
The ongoing inquiry of the governance of Harare City Council has revealed that the council authorities cannot account for over 900,000 United States dollars collected from Rufaro marketing.
This Wednesday, Harare City Council Chamber Secretary Mr. Warren Chiwawa appeared before the Commission to answer to allegations of corruption within Rufaro marketing. The investigation had that since 2022, Rufaro Marketing, a Harare City Council subsidiary, collected over $1 million United States dollars in revenue, but only 63,000 United States dollars were remitted to the council. The allegations have raised concerns about misappropriation of funds and potential corruption, with the Commission of Inquiry's evidence leader, Mr. Tabano Mpofu, ordering the immediate suspension of 2 board members, Ngoni Chimbalo and Juma Ulete. In response, Chiwawa said he is not able to suspend his colleagues.
Because I'm appointed by a single shareholder, which has power over the board. So I ordinarily would not have the powers as a board, independent of council, independent of the business committee. We make recommendations to the business committee. And
are you going to make that recommendation?
Yes.
Meanwhile, Chiwawa will be back before the Commission of Inquiry on the 26th of this month, where the Commission is expected to take him to task on corruption allegations being raised against Ulete and Chimbalo, who are Rufaro Marketing Board members responsible for operations and finance. Peter Chivima, ZBC News, Harare.
The heritage-based education curriculum has enhanced development of rural schools, showing Zimbabwe's prowess as an agriculture-driven economy.
Guided by President Emerson Mnangagwa's philosophy, Nyika inovakwa nevene vayo, ilizwi lakiwa ngavanikazi valo, primary schools are benefiting from business units being set up by government in line with the heritage-based education framework. Avoka Primary School in rural Bindura is one of the beneficiaries of the program, and this has come with so many benefits.
Tirikurima muriwo, matomati nemakabeji. Tichida kukurudzira program ye-school feeding program. Iyo inotigonesa kuti vana vedu vakwanise kuwana at least 1 hot meal per day.
The parents are appreciative of the program as it also assists them.
Tinotenda president nebasa guru ravakatitira pano paVhoka rekuti isira mabhohoro nekuti tira zvegarden nekuti tanyatsoona kusimukira kwechikoro chedu nekuti kutengeswa kwemaveji nemadomasi nemakebichi kuchaitika ipapa kuvandudzika kwechikoro chedu.
Tenda mukuru wenyika President vedu vaMnangagwa nebasa guru ravakatiitira rekutiwanisa mvura.
As government pursues a vision of an upper middle income society by 2030, President Emerson Mnangagwa has emphasized the importance of schools and institutions of higher and tertiary education in driving the industrialization agenda. Memory Chamisa, ZBC News, Bindura.
And that'll be all from the Montes News Desk. I am Sibigele Maposa. The main news will now take a break, returning with more news from our Pocket Hill studios in Harare.
The board, management and staff of the Airports Company of Zimbabwe Private Limited applauds the sterling beacon of eminence, His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Zimbabwe, Comrade Dr. E.D. Mnangagwa, on his appointment as Chairman of the Southern African Development Community. The Airports Company, ACZ, holds up air connectivity and infrastructure development in support of regional integration. We take pride in supporting the development conquests in your tenure. Undoubtedly, your exceptional leadership will be a propelling force for transformational impact in SADC.
So, this is where our story began. It was love at first sight. And from the moment we met, there's one thing that's always been there for us. One constant in this crazy, beautiful life. Pizza Inn. It's been there for our first heartbreaks and even those shouldn't have had that second slice moments. But beyond the food, it's about the shared experiences, the connections forged over a cheesy slice. We've been high, we've been low, all while celebrating that wonderful thing called togetherness. And when that Pizza Inn box hits the table, it's all love for each other and for the best pizza in the whole wide world. We've been doing it together through the good times and the bad for the past 30 years. Pizza Inn must be the pizza.
The Chief Director of Immigration, Ms. Respect Gono, management and staff wish to congratulate His Excellency, the President Dr. E.D. Mnangagwa, on his assumption of chairmanship of the Southern African Development Community, SADC. The chairmanship represents a moment of pride for Zimbabwe. The department has no doubt that His Excellency's stewardship of the regional bloc will help in mainstreaming migration governance into the regional development agenda. Congratulations, Makorokoto Amhlope.
Want to elevate your entertainment? Then add Showmax to your DSTV subscription at no extra cost. Showmax is not a TV channel. It's an on-demand video streaming service on showmax.com. To add Showmax to your DSTV subscription, simply use the My DSTV app. Select Add Showmax. The app screen will confirm that you qualify for Showmax at no extra cost as a DSTV premium subscriber. Now you can enjoy exclusive shows and movies. Add Showmax to elevate your entertainment.
The Midlands Show is here, 22 to 25 August 2024. Usasare, fun and games for kids, para-drops and helicopter displays. Saturday, live performance from Killer T, the chairman. And on Sunday, Mr. and Miss Midlands Show beauty pageant. Announced powered by Mahogany Crew. Supported by Travelers Band, Sam Kokos, Gidoj Kandamina, Defeater, Macman, Legioni, Henry Talent Boy. And to wrap up the show, on Sunday, fireworks. Exhibition stands still available for booking. Contact us on 054-222-3230 or 054-222-3998. Sales 0773-466-554, 0713-219-519. Midlands Show, strategic innovation for economic growth.
The Minister of Veterans of the Liberation Struggle Affairs, Honorable Senator Monica Mavunga, the Deputy Minister, Honorable Senator Hadman Moyo, the Chief Director, Major General Retired Evaristo Ziwema, the Veterans of the Liberation Struggle Board, Heroes Dependence Assistance Board, and the entire management and staff extend heartfelt congratulations to you, Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Zimbabwe, Comrade Dr. E.D. Mnangagwa, on your esteemed assumption of the chairmanship of the Southern African Development Community SADC during the 44th Ordinary Summit of Heads of State and Government. Your ascendancy to this pivotal role under the theme Promoting Innovation to Unlock Opportunities for Sustained Economic Growth and Development towards an Industrialized SADC is testament to your visionary leadership and unwavering dedication to the progress and prosperity of our region. We are confident that your chairmanship will herald a new era of innovation, inclusive economic growth, and industrial development, fostering unity and collaboration among SADC member states as we share common values on nationalism and anti-colonial struggles. Your commitment to the recognition of heroes and heroines of liberation movements in the region has always been an inspiration. We are proud to stand with you as you lead SADC towards a brighter future, embodying the values of resilience, determination, and unity that has defined your leadership. May your tenure as SADC chairperson be marked by groundbreaking achievements and lasting contributions to the socio-economic advancement of our region. Congratulations, Makorokoto Amhlope.
Say hello to seamless transactions and effortless convenience with the new Inbox Swipe card. Swipe, tap, pay and go with confidence anywhere in Zimbabwe. Sign up for your Inbox Swipe card at any Inbox booth nationwide today. Have you registered for Inbox yet? If not, dial *569# or download the Inbox app and redefine the way you bank. Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome back to the main news. It's now time for business news. Treasury has warned corporates involved in financial malpractices that are meant to cause currency distortions. This emerged at the post-midterm policy review organized by the Zimbabwe Economic Society in Harare this Wednesday.
Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Finance, Economic Development and Investment Promotion, Mr. George Guvamatanga, said big corporates who are selling their products largely in foreign currency are causing distortions in the market, putting the local currency under pressure by requesting foreign currency from the central bank purportedly for imports while stashing huge cash in their safes.
Big corporates whom we know are selling in cash, but when you go to their banks, you do not see any cash deposit. But yet, they are the first ones to actually demand foreign currency from the willing buyer, willing seller market, while they are actually keeping their foreign currency in cash. So that abuse of the market is not acceptable, but we are aware of those corporates, and we will actually encourage them that, look, they should not abuse the market, they should not abuse the Reserve Bank, they should not abuse government by demanding foreign currency while they are keeping lots of foreign currency in their safes.
Economist Titus Mukove echoed the same sentiments that the practice is now rampant in the market.
It is actually unfortunate because it actually affects the efficient distribution of the United States currency in the market system itself. But we have assurance from the permanent secretary. We also got assurance from central bank that the ZiG currency is very stable.
Meanwhile, Zimbabwe Economic Society director said the RBZ has done enough to promote the new currency, but lamented the vacuum left by key economic actors who are not doing enough in their roles.
What we are seeing now is there is a gap. When the bank introduced ZiG and ZiG coins, there is a missing link in the sense that the other players that are then supposed to transmit those coins into the market are absent. This has forced the central bank now to intervene and provide channels such as the shops, or they call it Homelink, the stations where people are getting cash.
Other analysts called for measures to cushion the economy against exogenous threats while strengthening support to key social sectors.
The economy itself has shown high resilience, and as the PS has said, there is a lot government is doing.
The poverty reduction and poverty alleviation is key if the economy is to grow and not leaving anyone behind.
Treasury revised this year's economic growth projections to 2%, but noted that the new taxes introduced last year have supported the fiscus in driving the national economic agenda, funding infrastructure projects with focus on social sectors such as education, health, and social welfare. Owen Mandova, ZBC News, Harare.
I'll look at business news there. And now in our arts, exchange programs with internationally acclaimed musicians have proved beneficial for local artists as they are eyeing international collaborations and tours.
A music exchange program held in Bulawayo this Tuesday served as an eye-opener for local artists who took the opportunity to learn and infuse the new musical artistry they learned from their Italian counterparts.
So apeti hangana takajaliso kuna kumwe kwatinodiwa kuti hayi ihoko kotiwa nehezila muhangwa yavo nasvo voti vadiya kwatinotama hengeni. So ndobona kuti kuright kuti apeti hangana takajaliso zvinhu zvose zvoolulwama.
Today I've met different people, abanye abachayikatari njengami, abanye abahlabelayo, abanye abale bass, ukuthi lawe nxa ufuna collaborate as well, you can as well.
Andrea Valerie, who has been coming to Zimbabwe from Italy since 2014, says the fusion of traditional music in different languages in Zimbabwe is ripe for international stages.
I believe that the world is more than ready for Zimbabwean artists. The future of the world is here. I've been listening through the years to your traditional music and the mbira players and the singers and all the different languages you have, and they are just moving my heart.
Organizers of the program are positive that the exchange will result in collaborations and European tours, a path which has been traveled by other successful musicians.
Sibone ukuhle ukuthi sithe sibona ubudlelwana disilabo labantu abavele Italy laba abathanda ukwenza into ze-music sabona kungcono ukuthi sibalethe ukuze sitshintshane ngatsho kumbe sifundisane ubuhle be-music.
Musicians such as Tarirone Gitari, Christine Nyoni and Nonkanyiso Mabalega have found their feet via exchange programs, hence their importance as a springboard for the success of various local artists.
And that's our look at the world of the creatives. Taking us to a break. When we return, Lawrence Trisida will give us the latest in sport.
The Minister of State for Provincial Affairs and Devolution for Mashonaland Central Province, Honorable Christopher Magomo, MP, the Permanent Secretary, Mr. Timothy Maregere, directors, OPC staff, and the entire Mashonaland Central Province extend their heartfelt congratulations to His Excellency, the President, Dr. Emmerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa, on his appointment as the chairperson of the Southern African Development Community, SADC Regional Bloc. Your Excellency, your appointment has come at a time when Zimbabwe is experiencing accelerated economic growth. We are confident that under your esteemed leadership, Zimbabwe and the entire SADC will continue to make significant strides towards regional economic integration, peace and security. Your unwavering commitment to the principles of good governance, democracy and sustainable development will undoubtedly guide the region towards a brighter future. As we work towards Vision 2030, Mashonaland Central stands ready to implement national and regional development agendas and ensure that we attract the much-needed investment towards an industrialized SADC through innovation. We pledge our unwavering support to you in this important role. We are confident that your leadership will enhance SADC's standing as a respected and influential regional bloc. We wish you all the best in your capacity as the chairperson of SADC, Mashonaland Central Province, the investment destination of choice.
So, this is where our story began. It was love at first sight. And from the moment we met, there's one thing that's always been there for us. One constant in this crazy, beautiful life. Pizza Inn. It's been there for our first heartbreaks and even those shouldn't have had that second slice moments. But beyond the food, it's about the shared experiences, the connections forged over a cheesy slice. We've been high, we've been low, all while celebrating that wonderful thing called togetherness. And when that Pizza Inn box hits the table, it's all love for each other and for the best pizza in the whole wide world. We've been doing it together through the good times and the bad for the past 30 years. Pizza Inn must be the pizza.
The directors, management and staff of SIS Inspections Group, a leading Pan-African provider of inspection services, would like to join the nation in congratulating His Excellency Dr. Emmerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa on his assumption of the Southern African Development Community SADC chairmanship. This esteemed role is a testament to His Excellency's exceptional leadership and vision for regional development and cooperation. Under your stewardship, SADC will continue to address regional challenges, foster economic growth, peace, and drive sustainable development across Southern Africa. SIS Inspections Group are specialist providers for multinationals as well as African companies. Our esteemed clients include banks, investment funds, corporates, aid agencies, parastatals, and trading companies. The group provides a range of technical, auditing, stock monitoring, and reporting services. services. We also specialize in sampling or quality and quantity verification in the following sectors: agriculture, fuel, food aid, and minerals. We also offer tank and pump calibration services. The group also supports SADC governments in developing fuel import and distribution processes. Congratulations, Makorokoto Amhlobe.
Today's life is action-packed, hectic, and full of opportunity. You're off to the next big meeting, returning home from an important business trip, or you step out of your bubble to find your next adventure. Whatever your journey, we have a solution. A car for every occasion, be it leisure or business. At Impala Car Rental, for over 15 years, we've been catering for all Zimbabweans from all walks of life, using technology to make travel smarter and more affordable. Where will your road take you? Hit the road, whenever, wherever. Impala Car Rental, celebrating 15 years of service excellence.
The Minister of Youth Empowerment, Development and Vocational Training, Honorable T. Machakaye, Deputy Minister, Honorable K. Mpamanga, Parent Secretary, Mr. S. Mhlanga, Acting Chief Director, Mr. E. Murinda, Directors, Deputy Directors, and the entire staff of the Ministry extend sincere congratulations to the President of the Republic of Zimbabwe, His Excellency, Colonel Dr. E.D. Mnangagwa, on his appointment as Chairperson of SADC. Your Excellency, considering your unparalleled commitment and determination to see a better, prosperous Zimbabwe, you will without doubt provide a suitable framework to enhance cooperation, opportunities, and development among SADC countries. We are very sure that under your astute leadership, you will facilitate the participation of young people in the developmental discourse of our region. Congratulations, Makorokoto Amhlobe Shumba Murambwe, Minister of Youth Empowerment, Development and Vocational Training. Youth empowerment for a better and prosperous Zimbabwe.
Good evening once again, and thank you so much for joining us on Sports News as we get to give you what has been happening through the day. My name is Lawrence Trusida. We'll start off with news coming through from the CAF Confederation Cup, where Harare Giants Dynamos are hoping to continue with the good form when they face Zesco United of Zambia in the CAF Confederation Cup. First preliminary round encounter set to be played at the Levi Manawaza Stadium in Andola this Saturday.
Dimbari are halfway through to the first round of the Confederation Cup after edging Zesco United 1-0 in the first leg played in Gaborone. With the runners-up from Zambia having home advantage this Saturday, the task does not get easier for the Harare Giants. Dynamos, however, are bullish and are going all out to silence Zesco, who are undefeated in their own turf in the last 12 matches.
We know that they will have a vociferous crowd behind them, but that is what it takes for you to be a champion. And we are preparing the boys mentally for it. And hopefully on Saturday, it will come right.
The Harare Giants have a 1-0 aggregate advantage, and a draw will see them going to the first round of the Confederation Cup. The Harare Giants, who have been training in Botswana, will proceed straight to Zambia for the encounter set for Saturday.
Staying with our football news, but we return home now to the Premier Soccer League, where 2015 champions Chicken Inn are hoping to do a league double of crosstown rivals Highlanders when they clash this Sunday at Babafields Stadium.
It is derby time in Bulawayo this Sunday, and all eyes will be on who will walk away with bragging rights between Chicken Inn and Highlanders. The Gamecocks enjoy an edge over their rivals, but Chicken Inn head coach Joy Antipas believes statistics do not count in derbies.
The local derbies with the Highlanders, our big brothers, are always good games for the spectators, and we're hoping to put up another good performance against Highlanders.
Highlanders were handed a 2-0 battering in the reverse fixture, and all odds will be against Boso, who are desperate to atone for the record and convince their fans that they are still a dominant force. Matchday 24 action kicks off this Saturday with Arno Movers hosting ZPC Kariba at Luveve. Herendals entertain Greenfield at Rufaro Stadium as Simba Bora welcome Bulawayo Chiefs towards Zanai Stadium. The game between Ngezi Platinum Stars versus Wangi has been postponed, same as the fixture pitting Till One and Dynamos, who are in continental action. On Sunday, Bikita Minerals host log leaders FC Platinum at Sakuva Stadium, while Capes United play Manika Diamonds at Rufaro as Chegudu Pirates face Yada at Baobab. Mtokozi Stube, ZPC News, Bulawayo.
19 countries have confirmed participation for the All Africa Golf Championship set for Bulawayo in October.
The All Africa Golf Championships return to Zimbabwe for the second time with a sporting fiesta set for Bulawayo from the 27th of October to the 2nd of November. The last time the championship came to Zimbabwe was in 2017 when South Africa emerged victorious. Zimbabwe Golf Association President Martin Chikwana believes the tournament is an endorsement to Destination Zimbabwe.
As of now, we have 19 countries that have confirmed they are coming to Zimbabwe, and perhaps with time being available, we could exceed 20 countries coming. Someone has equated it, when you equate it with other sporting events, this is your African Nations Camp when it comes to football.
Chikwana also implored the Bulawayo business community to tap on the loose-hanging fruits associated with the hosting of the event.
It is huge in terms of tourism. We are expecting in excess of 200 people, 100 players, 100 and more than 100 both support staff and journalists, reporters, both media, print and written media.
The 2017 All Africa Golf Championships held in the resort city of Victoria Falls had 16 countries. Defending champions in the last edition held in Egypt, Morocco, have also confirmed participation, while Ghana, another golf-playing country's participation is still in doubt. Mtokozi Stool, ZBC News.
Before we conclude the sports news, we can also tell you that new Warriors coach Michael Ness is now in Zimbabwe, is set to be unveiled tomorrow. Good evening, and it's now time for the weather.
Hello, welcome, and let's take a brief look on what transpired today. Slight ground frost was reported in Nyanga, Chipinge, Bindura, as well as Marondera under cloudless skies and cold morning conditions. Elsewhere, it was cool at first and it became warm by the afternoon across the country. As we get into Thursday, windy conditions are expected over the south and eastern parts of the country as a cooling southeasterly airflow is coming in. Mostly cloudy conditions are expected on Friday. And the satellite image showing sunny conditions which prevail today, with which should persist into Thursday, and some clouds should start infiltrating the country over the eastern, stretching into the Midlands area as well as the southern parts of the country. We're expecting a slight drop in our lows tonight over the eastern and the central parts of the country, with Gweru with a minimum of 9 degrees Celsius. Elsewhere, it should be cool as well. The minimum maximum temperatures slightly higher over Chirezi area. Windy conditions over Gwanda area. There, our temperatures ranging in the late 20s and early 30s to the northwestern parts of the country. As for Bulawayo, it is focused to have sunny conditions throughout the week with windy conditions on Friday. Cool in the morning, becoming warm by the afternoon. As for Chinua, it should be sunny for the greater part of the week. Mild in the morning, becoming warm by the afternoon. Gwanda, windy Thursday and a cloudy Friday, becoming less cloudy by the afternoon. Cool in the morning, becoming warm by the afternoon. As for Gweru, should be mostly cloudy on Friday, becoming less cloudy by the afternoon. Cool in the morning, becoming warm by the afternoon. As for Harare, should be sunny throughout the week, though windy on Friday. As for Kadoma, the Midlands area, brief cloudy periods on Friday, sunny for the rest of the week, cool in the morning and warm afternoons. Moving on, Kariba, sunny conditions throughout the week with mild morning conditions turning into a warm afternoon. As for Lupane, it should be sunny for the greater part of the week, mild in the morning, becoming warm by the afternoon. Kwekwe, sunny throughout, mostly cloudy on Friday and cool morning conditions as well with warm afternoons. As for Masvingo, mostly cloudy on Friday, becoming warm by the afternoon with cool morning conditions. Matopos should be windy on Thursday through Friday, cool morning conditions and warm afternoons. As for Nyanga, the Eastern Highlands, cloudy on Friday, cold in the morning, becoming warm by the afternoon. Now, moving on, Victoria Falls area should be sunny throughout the week, mild in the morning, becoming warm by the afternoon. Thank you for watching. Catch us next time, same place. Greetings, Samantha signing out.
Well, many thanks there to the Met Services Department, and the weather was our last port of call for this evening. From all of us here, it's good night.
Makorokoto